interesting that we hear often that people say moving into aged care, you know, it's so expensive. You know, we've had that discussion before as well, but I really don't think that people understand what the options are, and it may be easier than what they think. Have you got thoughts around that, Dianne?
Definitely expensive. There's no denying that. But the options for how to pay for it are endless.
Yeah.
So there's many options. So working, you know, on their financial situation is, I suppose what I do is to give them the options, the financial options for how to pay for it. A lot of people, I suppose they're looking at, you know, the cost of the room versus is that the best place for mum or dad or nana or whoever's going into care. So my advice for them is to, your job as the carer or the people that are doing, you know, helping your loved one into care is to make sure that they've got the best facility, the best care for them. The cost of it, that's mine, we'll work on how to pay for it. So usually there's, you know, 3 specific things that, you know, is the room cost, whether it's a lump sum or it's a combination of a lump sum, or you're paying an ongoing, you know, I call it rent, but an ongoing interest on that room. So there's many ways to, you know, look at the cost, and in the Illawarra it varies. I think the most expensive room's $900,000, but people can still afford to pay that if that's the best room. And you know, why wouldn't their life be enriched rather than stripped? And the other, I think the lowest I've seen is about $240 for a shared room. So some people like that, you know, they like to have the company, but you know, if you want the Rolls Royce version, there's plenty out there, and it's just a matter of working out, you know, how you're going to fund it. Is it going to be an ongoing, you know, rent, or are you going to do a partial payment or a full payment, depending on your finances?
Yeah. I think that's really encouraging to know that you could go into something that you don't think is affordable for you if you get the right advice.
Exactly.
It's so important to get the right advice. That's what I'm hearing. So that's great. That's great news for everybody. So make sure you get the right advice, guys.
Before you go in, because it's so much easier to work out the funding of it prior to entry or before it's permanent than waiting and trying to fix things up after.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. Sometimes you'll pay the price. If you don't get advice, you'll pay for it somewhere down the track.
So make sure you reach out to Dianne. She's here to help you in that space. I know I do a lot of with people who have got parents that go into care. And so it's really nice to know that you're an expert in that area.
Yep.
Thank you for your service to people, particularly the elderly. Very passionate.
I am. Yeah, it's actually my passion. So, yeah.
Oh, that's why we get along so well.
That's right.
All right. Well, bye for now, and we look forward to talking to you again with another tip.